We might have just found a hidden gem with this electric corded 3-in-1 by Portland. It's a blower. It's a vacuum. It's a mulcher. And it comes at a low price. But will it give us big results? Let's find out. Hello and welcome, fellow savants. We've got a special episode for you with this one. What you see right here is Portland model number 62337. It is an electric corded 3-in-1. It's a blower, vacuum, and a mulcher, and we took a gamble with this unit. But the price was so low, we had to give it a try. Coming in at $39.99 at the time of purchase. Now, we did get this on sale. We bought this mid-June 2024, and we were able to grab it for $39.99. By the time you see this, it will probably be back at its original price of $47.99. At that price, it's still a decent bargain. But a bargain doesn't matter if the product does not perform. Why are we so hesitant with this one? Why are we thinking it's a gamble? Why all the ifs? Well, we purchased this unit at a store called Harbor Freight. Now, full disclosure, we've never purchased anything at Harbor Freight before. But for some reason, when we asked friends and family about Harbor Freight, we got a lot of negative feedback. So this is either going to be a horrible purchase and we're never going back to Harbor Freight, or this is going to be a great purchase and we're definitely going to be going back to Harbor Freight. We're really hoping it's the latter. When we were at the store at Harbor Freight, we did see some really nice tools at really good prices, but we did get that negative feedback, and it's not fair to judge by what others say. You've got to try it out yourself and formulate your own opinions. That's what we intend to do with this Harbor Freight product. Now, with that out of the way, let's move on to the features. Unit type. This is a 2-speed 3-in-1. It converts into a blower, vacuum, and mulcher. Power type. It is electric corded. You will need an extension cord for this. It is 120 volts, 12 amps. Flow rate, 375 cubic feet per minute. Air velocity, a minimum of 150 miles per hour. That is in speed 1, and at a maximum of 230 miles per hour. That will be on speed 2. This is not a variable speed, so that means you'll either be able to run it on speed 1 or speed 2, no in betweens. Now, if you intend to use this as a mulcher, it does have a 12-to-1 mulch ratio. Now, the mulch ratio means how much this machine can reduce the leaves. A 12-to-1 mulch ratio means this unit can reduce 12 bags of leaves into 1. The warranty on this, I'm gonna be honest, it's not the best. Out of the box, it comes with a 90-day warranty from the date of purchase. So believe me, we're gonna be using and abusing this. Any type of defect, any type of issue, we're gonna be returning this. But we're really hoping we don't have to return this. We're hoping that right out of the box, this works well and that we're able to recommend this to you. Now we're gonna be going outside and unboxing this. Then we're gonna bring it back inside, assemble this, and test it. So let's get to it. All right, we've got this opened up. What's inside the box? We've got our 2-piece vacuum-mulching tubes. They connect together to form one piece, and they detach for easy storage. And here it is, what makes it all happen, the motor. And it actually feels pretty well built. Here is where you're going to connect the power, have your extension cord ready. And I'm going to be weighing this in just a bit to get a better idea of what it weighs. Also inside the box, we've got the blower tube. Here it is. All right, the blower tube. Also inside the box, we've got the vacuum-mulching bag. And we've got the Portland logo right in the front. And last but not least, we've got the instructions. Those we will be reading later. That's what's in the box. So let's take a closer look now that it's out of the box. We did weigh this as a blower. The weight came in at 6 pounds, 10.9 ounces. We also weighed this when converted into a vacuum mulcher. We weren't able to balance this on the scale with the vacuum mulching tube in one piece on the scale, so we removed one of the two pieces, just placed it on top of the unit. We'll install it properly later on so you can see what that looks like. But the weight as a vacuum mulcher is coming in at 8 pounds, 15.1 ounces. The blower and the vacuum mulcher coming in pretty lightweight. Not bad. Won't cause you too much strain when working on the yard. And like we mentioned before, this unit feels pretty well built, feels nice and balanced. You've got your handle here on the top, and here on the side, that's your electrical cord. Comes out about 3 inches from the unit. That's where you're going to connect your extension cord in order to power this. And in the bottom, we've got our impeller. We were hoping for a metal impeller, but we weren't expecting one, especially for the price, and we didn't get one. It is made out of plastic, hard plastic. It does feel pretty solid. As you can see here, it's dirty. That's because we already tested this unit out. We're going to show you that test footage in just a bit. Like we said before, we were real big skeptics of this unit. So as soon as we got it out of the box, we tested this. And I'm going to give you a spoiler alert right now. We went from skeptics to converts. This performed way beyond what we thought it would. And here on top, you've got your power switch dash speed switch. You got speed 1. You've got speed 2, and you've got your off switch. So you're going to be toggling between those in order to switch speeds and turn it off. Now we're going to be setting this up. In order to turn this into a blower, very simple. You got your blower tube. Side note, this comes with a concentrator nozzle. When we did the unboxing, we didn't show you this because we actually thought we didn't get it. Turns out that the concentrator nozzle was inside the blower tube. We were already acting like Karens wanting to return this because it didn't come with a concentrator nozzle, but we did have it. We just had to look inside the blower tube. I'm telling you, we were just trying to come up with any excuse to return this, but I'm glad we did it because we ended up finding a hidden gem with this one, and you'll see why soon enough. Anyway, we're going to continue turning this into a blower. You want to connect your nozzle here at the tip of the blower. Then you grab your blower tube and you connect it here at the front, just like this. You make sure that clicks in, and you're all set and ready to go. We're going to go ahead and show you our test footage, and also we recorded the decibel readings on this so you can get a better idea of how loud this gets. Let's go to that right now. So here it is. We've got this set up as a blower. We of course need our power, so we're going to grab our extension cord, plug that in. A nice little feature of this unit here on the back, there's actually a cord retainer. You grab your cord, you put it right in there, and that'll retain your cord so it's not in your way when you're using this unit. So definitely a plus in my book. We've got it in speed 1. We have our decibel reader, and it comes in. We're going to clock this in at, let's see, 89 decibels. We're going to call this 89 decibels in speed 1. Now we're going to switch it to speed 2. We grab our decibel reader, and we're going to clock this in at 94 decibels on speed 2. Definitely going to recommend some sort of ear protection when operating this unit. Definitely sounds loud, but is it powerful? That's what we wanted to know, and we put it to the test. Now what you see right here is the reason we purchased the 3-in-1. There's a spot in our backyard that's infested with weeds. And once we whacked all the weeds, it was going to be hard to sweep them out because there's all these crevices and little tight spaces where all the debris was going to be going into. So we needed a blower that was going to be able to get rid of all this junk that was stuck in all these little hard places to get to. But we also needed a vacuum because we didn't want to be sweeping this up. If this unit could perform those tasks well, that was going to be our measure of excellence. And did this unit excel? Well, see for yourself. What can I say? I mean, I said it before, I'll say it again. I was expecting the worst. I did not expect this to perform this well. I did not expect this to work this well. As a blower, you can see it's working great. I really don't have many leaves here at the house. There's a section in the front of the lawn that gets the most amount of leaves. We're going to be using the mulcher on those leaves. But for us, the main use of this blower is going to be to blow away weeds and the grass clippings. And if it was able to handle this, believe me, you're not going to have any trouble blowing leaves. We got a quick before and after here. This is the before, and this is the after. There you have it. See for yourself, this 3-in-1 as a blower performed exceptionally well. So now we're going to show you how to set up the vacuum mulcher. Really easy. All you got to do is remove the blower tube. See you later. And you get your vacuum mulching bag. Where the blower tube was located, that's where you attach the vacuum mulching bag. Very simple. Same way you attach the blower tube. Put that in there. Make sure it clicks. And you're all set. Your vacuum mulching bag is installed. Now you install your vacuum mulcher tube. That goes in the bottom where the impeller is at. Before you open this up and install it, you connect your two tubes together. Very easy to connect. They line up. That's the place right there. You click them in place. Both tubes convert into one, and it's ready to be attached to the 3-in-1. Now you've got two pieces of plastic here at the end of the vacuum mulching tube. Those have to go into the correct side of the 3-in-1. By the way, if this isn't attached correctly, along with the vacuum mulching bag, they both have to be attached correctly. If not, this unit will not start. It is a safety mechanism. So we're going to show you how to attach this. As you can see, this part of the tube goes on this side. You insert that in there in this fashion. Make sure it's attached correctly. Then you move on to the other side. As you can see, both pieces are designed differently. This has a little handle that locks it in place. You lock that side in place and you are ready to go. Now we're gonna show you our test footage so you can see how well this 3-in-1 performed as a vacuum mulcher. What you see right here is what we use to test the vacuum's capability of this 3-in-1. These are the weeds that we cut and blew into a pile, and the vacuum getting the job done, taking care of business. This is what we were hoping to achieve. We wanted to avoid getting the broom and sweeping up weeds after cutting them, or sweeping up grass clippings when edging. Now we can simply convert this machine into a blower, make a pile, then convert it into a vacuum, and goodbye pile of weeds and grass clippings. As you can see, the vacuum making short work of this pile, and in the process reiterating the fact that we were wrong in doubting this machine. That sometimes when a tool has more than one function, it performs well in one and not so great in the other. Not the case here. So far, performing well both as a blower and a vacuum. Something we did want to point out, as we've mentioned before, you do need an extension cord to power this. As you can see, the cord here is getting on the way sometimes. It does have a cord retainer, but depending on the angle and depending on the space that you're working with, the cord can get in the way at times. It would have been ideal to have the capability of powering this up by either a cord or a battery. But for under $50, there's of course going to be trade-offs. If you have a bigger property, this is the only problem I can see you running into, but that's a trade-off. You're going to get a budget-friendly machine, but you are going to have to deal with that extension cord. For the price, we were willing to deal with that. Which, by the way, by the time you see this, like we mentioned, this is going to be under $50, but Harbor Freight is always having coupons. So at some point, I'm sure you too can get this for $40 like we did, if you want to wait and try to get that coupon. If not, for under $50, the price on this is still pretty reasonable, especially for what it does. So here we have the before and the after, so you can get an idea of how well this vacuum performed. Now we move on to our final test. As you can see here, this is the front of our house. This is the only part of our property that gathers any leaves. So we're going to be using this to mulch these leaves up. A lot of people like to mulch their leaves and turn them into compost. We're going to be showing you how well this machine is able to shred those leaves so you too can use it as compost. Us personally, we're not going to be using this machine for that. More than anything, what we wanted to do was avoid having to get the rake, raking these leaves up, getting the trash can, and putting these leaves on the trash. By using this as a vacuum mulcher, we're able to accomplish that task without any issues whatsoever. Overall, this 3-in-1 has surpassed our expectations. We've been so happy with this unit so far. It was an unknown brand from a store that we've never been to. We were expecting the worst, but after testing this unit, we were surprised by the excellent results that we obtained. Definitely something we want to recommend, but how will this perform over time? That's the only question we don't have an answer for yet. But we do intend to use it at least once a week. If in the next few weeks we start having any issues or if it stops working, we will immediately upload a video informing you of the problem. So once again, here we have the before with all the leaves on the lawn, and this is the after. So here we have the mulching bag with the leaves inside, and this is how well the machine was able to shred the leaves. Those are all the leaves from the front yard, and there was still plenty of room in the bag. So a pretty good job as a mulcher as well. So for all of you who are going to be mulching up leaves to use as compost, definitely a viable option. This 3-in-1 has surpassed our expectations. We have become Harbor Freight apostles. This 3-in-1 by Portland made us converts. This is definitely a machine we can recommend. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It would mean the world to us.